Wanted to go over what the top decks to get Legend are for the month of September. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this report from Vicious Syndicate. I will link their report in the description below so you can check that out if you want to go over the stats in more detail, or maybe just look at some of the decks that I do not cover. Now, a patch did just recently happen and the meta's kind of starting to take shape. The patch didn't make too big of a difference, but it actually changed more than you might imagine, especially like killing Warlock mostly. But let's look at the stats here. So if we look at archetype distribution here, we can see across all ranks that Mage is the most popular, and that's because Cyclone Mage is it's doing really well. It's a fun deck to play. It's rewarding to master, and I think that maybe makes a lot of people pick it up. Has some crazy turns where you just pop off. And it's a great choice. Highlander Mage, not too popular, and Turtle Mage, a lot less popular than people might imagine. It's really frustrating to play against, but there's not too much Turtle Mage out there right now. Face Hunter, very, very popular and very, very strong. So you're going to see a lot of Face Hunter. It's also a relatively budget deck. So if you're a budget player, you might want to look into Face Hunter and just drop the Polkelt and the Dragon's Bane. But yeah, Face Hunter doing super, super good. Feels fantastic. Highlander Hunter doing okay, but not too popular, not nearly as strong. Very, very popular class here, and the most popular archetype actually is Guardian Druid. Now, Guardian Druid is seeing a ton of play. It does not feel fun to play against this deck. I'll tell you what, when they Guardian animals really early, you know, turn 4, turn 5, sometimes even sooner, and they're changing their builds. For a while, they were putting Malygos in their builds, and now they're not anymore. They're putting Survival of the Fittest even. But yeah, Guardian Druid is kind of nutty. And then we got Pure Paladin here, also very, very popular, almost 10%. And Pure Libroom Paladin, it's pretty good, man. But the better build seems to be Funky Monkey's build with Librooms. Or it's called Libroom. It's got brooms in it. It's not pure, and it seems to be the way to go. And then yeah, Demon Hunter, really popular. A lot of popular classes here. A lot of popular archetypes. Oh man, yeah. Demon Hunter doing well. The Soul Demon Hunter has weapons, puts the souls in the deck, the fragments, and then it uses lapidaries, uses twin second, and hits you in the face for a lot of damage and a lot of heal. Aggro Demon Hunter not popular. And my God, there's so much to talk about here. Let's switch charts real quick. So looking at Diamond 1 to 4 here, we could see that Face Hunter still very, very popular. A lot of Cyclone Mage, a lot of Pure Paladin, a lot of Guardian Druid, a lot of Soul Demon Hunter, a lot of Bomb Warrior. Bomb Warrior doing great. It does seem like no one's really playing the risky Skipper Warrior build anymore. Everyone's just playing Bomb Warrior, which is just, it's banking on bombs. You use the Wrench Calibers, put them in your opponent's deck, use the Horde Pillager, bring that caliber back, put more bombs in their deck, and it's really annoying for classes that want to draw a lot, or maybe classes that are trying to be Highlander or Pure. It's also good against those. If we look at Legend here, we can see, I mean, it's kind of the same. Like a lot more Mage though, a lot more Druid, a lot more Soul Demon Hunter, a lot less Paladin. The Paladin drops off the higher rank you go, and it seems like Libroom's really good, so I'm not sure why. That might change in the future though. But yeah, so Aggro Rogue did get hit by the nerf Secret Passage, going from 5 cards to 4 cards, so 20% nerf hit the class. Not too much actually. I think a bigger deal here is just that people are learning how to play around Aggro Rogue or how to deal with Aggro Rogue. The meta is not as great for Aggro Rogue. Miracle Rogue does seem to be gaining a bit of popularity, but Rogue in general just not doing as good as it was, just to meta development and of course slight nerfs. Now if we look at top 1k Legend here, Cyclone Mage is insane, but even crazier is Guardian Druid. You're not going to see too much variety here in top 1k Legend. A lot of Druid, a lot of Mage, a lot of Demon Hunter, a lot of Bomb Warrior, Face Hunter, and then a decent amount of Miracle Rogue. Priest has just kind of fallen off. Warlock kind of dead right now. There's not really a popular Warlock archetype. And then Shaman also not doing well. Totem Shaman actually not that bad, and maybe he needs a little bit of refinement and might end up doing okay. But for right now, no one's playing Shaman, no one's playing Warlock, and you can see Paladin gets even smaller in those high ranks. Now, if we look at frequency here, we can see the graph shows Rogue with a steep drop off as people learn to play around it. Mage climbing up, Warrior climbing up. You can see that Shaman drop off. that initial pop because of the buff, and then the drop because people, I guess, losing hope. And then we got Warlock down there at the bottom as well. Pretty interesting frequency here. If we look at Metascore, there's a lot of variety between these different classes, or these ranks rather, but we'll start at Diamond 1 through 4. I usually like playing something, you know, on the bottom right, because the x-axis is power score, y-axis is the frequency. So we can see Pure Paladin and Face Hunter both very strong and very popular. Pure Paladin a little bit stronger than Face Hunter, not as popular. And then we can see Soul Demon Hunter is kind of really close there in terms of power score, but not too much popularity. And then Guardian Druid, you're just going to be seeing a ton of that. If we look at Legend here, we can see again Pure Paladin in the bottom right, and Face Hunter also just killing it in terms of power score. Top 1K Legend, Face Hunter not popular, very strong though. Bomb Warrior really strong, right behind Face Hunter there, and Pure Paladin as well, just doing great, but not too many people playing it. So again, that might change. If we look at power rankings here, we can see that Diamond 1 to 4, Pure Paladin and Face Hunter are tier 1, tier 2 being rounded out by Soul Demon Hunter and Aggro Demon Hunter. Kind of weird. Cyclomage, Guardian Druid, and Bomb Warrior. If we look at Legend, tier 1 is only Face Hunter and Pure Paladin, and if we look at top 1K Legend, it's Face Hunter followed by Bomb Warrior and then Pure Paladin. So again, if you're looking for a deck to kind of just master and climb from wherever you are to top 1K, it's looking like maybe Pure Paladin and Face Hunter. Those might be the ones you wanna play around with. You do great at all ranks. I think Face Hunter, if you're looking for a quick climb, is probably the best. You're probably gonna have games on average of like 5 to 6 minutes, and it's just gonna be a nice, smooth, steady climb. Now, if you look at the matchup win rates here, green means good, red means bad. We can see that, you know, like Soul Demon Hunter doesn't have too many bad matchups. Pure Paladin, Guardian Druid, and Big Warrior. If you look at Face Hunter, only bad matchups are Demon Hunters and Res Priest, which you're not really gonna see any Res Priest. You look at something like Highlander Priest and you can see it's got pretty much straight red across the entire board. Okay, so I wanted to go over a few decks. We're gonna go over 3 decks right now. I'm not gonna go over all of them. If you wanna check out the link in the description, they have a ton of decks, but I wanted to go over 3 that just really stood out to me. These decks look like a lot of fun, and or I kind of found them doing well for being off meta. Now, the first deck I'm going to go over is Totem Shaman. There's a couple reasons I'm going over this one. Kind of off meta. No one's really playing it, and I think it's doing better than people realize. The buff to Totem Goliath feels pretty good, and this list is interesting because it has Lore Keeper Polkelt in it, which you know, improves the consistency of finding those Totem Goliaths. Totem Goliath is just so strong. It does get absolutely wrecked by like devolving or polymorph mechanics like a Hex. And a sap would be relatively frustrating, but I do like Totem Goliath. And if your opponent doesn't deal with it, you end up hitting it with a Totemic Reflection, you're probably gonna win. If they do end up dealing with it, but you end up sticking all your totems, maybe you buff all those up the next turn and hit them with a Bloodlust and just kill them, right? It's really cool, and it's an interesting play style where your opponent kind of gets punished for killing the Goliath, but they also get punished for not killing the Goliath. And it's hard to remove the Goliath and the totems. Other than that, we're very tokeny. We flood the board. We buff up things on the board, put some totems out there, hit them with a Splitting Axe, and if our hand gets low, we use Voracious Reader for some additional draw. And again, we do have that Polkelt in there, which will make us pull the Bloodlust, which is our finisher, the Totem Goliaths, the Splitting Axes for duplicating our totems, and it's also kind of a budget deck. You do want the Splitting Axes, you need the Splitting Axes, and you need the Goliath. They're very core cards. Polkelt, you could maybe drop Polkelt in favor of an additional Bloodlust, and then the cost just drops drastically. But yeah, I like Totem Shaman. I was doing great with Totem Shaman. I don't think it'd do great or anything in high Legend, but if you're climbing, you want to hit Legend, you can definitely do that with this. You just want a good time, you want to play Shaman, the Forgotten class, then go for it. The next list I'm going to go over is my #1 recommendation for players who always just ask like, well, I need to hit Legend. What deck do I play? This seems to be the one. And this is Face Hunter with Polkelt. Now, real quick, if you want to make this budget, drop Dragon's Bane, you drop Polkelt, and you can put in 2 animal companions instead, and it's gonna be all right. You can even put Unleash the Hounds, and that might be okay. It will drop your win rate quite a bit. Polkelt is fantastic for guaranteeing that you top deck your Dragon's Bane and then a lot of your damage through your kill commands, your Eagle Horn bows, and then maybe you get your Reader after that and just start cycling like mad. It just gives you a ton of gas and it feels amazing. This is good gas. But yeah, let's talk about the original list here. A ton of early game power through all your 1-drops. On 2, you put a strong 2-drop maybe. Your Ingenuity can pull your Tingers, it can pull your Face Stalker. So, you know, slamming down a big Face Stalker, hopefully your opponent can't deal with it. You can get some secrets pulled out of your deck. Feels great. You can Dragon's Bane, use your hero power on turn 3 if you have Dragon's Bane in your hand. And you also have a tour guide. You can set up a Dragon's Bane free hero power on turn 4, which is super strong. We got Eagle Horn Bow, which just punches face for a lot of damage. And then you have all the secrets to maybe give it that additional durability. We got Kill Command to go face, which works really well with Adorable Infestation, in addition to our other minions. But Adorable Infestation does give you that 1/1 beast in your hand, which you can plop down and then kill people over the top with that Kill Command. Secret package you can mess around with here. If you're seeing a lot of aggro in your pocket meta, maybe you want to drop a pressure or a pack tactics in favor of an additional explosive. Maybe you want an additional freezing. The reason there are 4 different secrets here is because it plays a little bit of mind games on your opponent, but also your Face Stalker is going to get more value because let's say you're only running freezing and explosive and you already have those down. You play the Face Stalker, you press a hero power, it's not going to pull another secret from your deck. So there's multiple benefits to having multiple secrets, but do change them to your pocket meta. And I think this is actually a great way to get into deck building and kind of seeing, you know, oh man, I'm seeing a lot of druids. I'm not seeing any aggro. Drop the explosive, maybe drop the pack tactics. You can put an additional freezing and a pressure, stuff like that. So yeah, this deck is nutty. It'll get you ranks quick. I think it's really easy to learn, easy to pick up. Your win rate should be very good. And it is, you know, there's a little thought behind it. You have to think, you know, when am I going to play tour guide? When do I want to use this hero power? Do I want to use hero power? Do I want to play this minion? When do I want to play Polkelt? Do I go face or do I trade? Really strong deck. And yeah, budget if you make those changes that I recommended earlier. Last deck I'm going to talk about here is Funky Monkey's Libroom Paladin. Now this deck is incredibly strong. Libroom Paladin was always very good. It kind of struggled because sometimes it wasn't very proactive on the board. Well, now we have those broomsticks because we don't care about being pure anymore. So we use those broomsticks on our minions. Those rush, those trade. They give us a lot of value. We also have Penflinger in here, which can be kind of nutty with the wisdom. So if you play the Penflinger, you buff up one of your dudes. You play the Penflinger again, you buff up one of your dudes. Stuff like that feels really good. We also have a heavy draw package here, which will make you cycle through your deck really quickly, find those key cards you need, get those Librams of Hope out, get Liadrin, refill your hand, stuff like that. And that draw package is Solid's Pride, and we got Loot Hoarders. So the Pride's going to pull maybe the Loot Hoarders, maybe it's going to pull a Broomstick, maybe it's going to pull a Penflinger, maybe it's going to pull your McGurgle, or maybe it's going to pull the other Pride. Solid's Pride is just, it's really good. It's one of the main draw engines that Paladin has access to. So I'm really happy to see it here. And yeah, we do have Pyromancers as well, which can kind of really pop off. We have Lightforged Blessing, which can go on it, which will turn it into Lifesteal. Then you can pop all those wisdoms on it, or a Hand of a Doll, give it more buffs, get more lifesteal. And yeah, just a great deck. A lot of fun. I did make a video on it like a week or so ago, if you want to check that out. And yeah, that's about it. I think the deck I'm personally enjoying the most right now is a new take on Ripper Warrior. Seems to be doing okay in the meta. It's not featured here, but I will have a video on that out. Well, it's going to be either tomorrow, or it would have came out a day before this video comes out. But it'll be out by Saturday. Also, if you guys don't mind, I'm running a survey. If you want to fill out the survey, Hearthstone related, I'll probably pin it in the comments. And that's just so I can maybe produce a little more content asking questions like what card do you think should be nerfed, just so I can kind of make a video on that. I thought that might be cool. I might dip my little piggies in that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again so much to Vicious Syndicate. They'll be linked in the description below if you want to read their beautiful reports. It goes in much more detail than I have gone into here in this video, and there's a ton of great decks that you should play. And yeah, a lot of numbers. Everyone loves numbers. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget about the survey. Don't forget to, you know, like the video if you like the video. Wait, how many people are subbed? Hold on. Oh, 43% of you are subbed. That's pretty good. 56% not subbed. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.